Hi, I'm Dr. Gaby Cora, and for this tip of the week, I want to show you some of the concepts that I've developed in my book, Leading Under Pressure. So one of the most important ones is, how do you rate yourself to see where you stand today so that you can continue to improve? And a very easy way in which you could do that on an individual basis is to figure out where you stand on a physical level, for example. So let's say that physically you have been dealing with some problems, but at the same time you're not exercising, you're not eating well, so you realize that there's some room for improvement there. So what you may do is, for example, rate yourself as a 5. And the tip of the week here is, how can you improve? The idea will be to improve by 1 or 2 points in each one of the sections. So on the individual section, what you're going to see is you're going to rate yourself on a physical level, on an emotional level, on an intellectual level, on a spiritual level, and on a social level. And once you figure out where you stand and you feel that there's some room for improvement, you're going to try to think about things that you can do to continue to improve from, let's say, a 5 to go to a 6 or a 7 and feel better and healthier on each one of these sections. Now, I've also developed another part in which you're also looking at your organization. And there's different aspects of your organization that may also be physical, meaning safety, for example, meaning having all the equipment that you need. Emotional, meaning more of that corporate culture in which you feel emotionally drawn, attached, feeling great within the company that you're working with. It could be also intellectual, the opportunity to study, for example, or the opportunity to learn new things. And it could also be spiritual and social. What I talk about in terms of the spiritual world for a company is the values that are significant or important to that company. And the more that your own individual values are aligned with your company values in general, the better that you're going to feel within each one of the companies. So this is just a snapshot, like a general idea of what you can do to rank and rate yourself. Now, look at next week's tip, because I'm going to give you exactly the strategy to be able to jump from one point to the next. Thanks for joining me.